last episode, we got stuck into working on the boat, sandblasting, painting, and naming before finally getting her into the water. Hey neighbor, what's up? Are you hungry? What do we call you? Oh God, I am not going swimming. I've never really seen one of these just swimming along. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's Saturday morning. We've just extended the car again for the third time.
Yep, third time. I've had to call them up. Hi, can I extend please?
Wednesday, we are out of here. Wednesday, we are off the docks. Right. We're casting off. We're going through that lock. Okay. And we're on our own. Right. We're out of there. For better or worse.
Let's hope this is true, because Adam gets very stressed out on car return day. And is all like,
because there's so much more to do and we keep rushing things.
Which is why I've extended it another 3 times.
Yep.
Alright, so Wednesday, that's the countdown.
There you go, Wednesday. I've said it. It's locked in. It's on video, recorded. You can throw that back at me. You're the electronics person now.
Not the electronics person. You're just delegating things to me. Alright. So, we're also going to change the light in the cabin, the one that we use the most, to LED, just because it's more energy efficient. And we're going to change this light here, which is LED, to another one that we use more often, because this is just like a random part of the room that for some reason they decided to put an LED in, the previous owners. So we're going to change it to a light that's more commonly used, which is just above the kitchen. So both of our most common lights will probably be pretty energy efficient. Wiring instructions. Well, that's really helpful. Some really in-depth details on how to wire up my light. Great. For a novice, that's so helpful. Alright. Alright,
grand unveiling. Do we have light? Shit.
No.
No. Oh, what? Why?
Aww. No. There's a big old hole in here, and yesterday we were trying to figure out how the hell to fix it. I did like this patch job of like this big and tried to slap it on there. Obviously that didn't work. So we just found some canvas material downstairs, and we just like saturated it in glue and stuck it on, and it's actually held pretty well. So right now we're just trying to we're just covering up the canvas material with some actual dinghy patch job, but Adam keeps messing it up and just dirtying it with his hands. Every time I wipe alcohol on it, he's like, alright, great, that looks pretty good right now. And it's like, with his dirty, greasy hands, keeps on messing it up again. And I'm like,
I like to touch things.
That one,
sorry. So we're currently trespassing somewhere in Charlotte County on our way to the lock, getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. On our way to the lock that we have to go through. Gotcha. When we finally leave the yard that we've been doing work in, and I've never used a lock before.
So we're just checking it out beforehand.
So we're going to reconnoit it.
Oh, no.
Oh, so friendly. I hope they're not like this on the water. Did you say you wanted for lunch?
Healthy salad.
A healthy salad. You sure it didn't rhyme with schmo nuts?
I was thinking I might have a donut, because this is the last time we're going to have the car for a few days, and therefore the last time we might be in America able to have donuts. And so I wanted a donut for lunch. I wanted several donuts for lunch. Yummy donuts. It's leaving day!
It's leaving day!
Yay!
For better or worse.
Yep.
Whether we should or not, we have to. We're getting out of here. We're getting the overheads down.
Yes.
There's no point sitting alongside a dock, tied on to the shore power, just doing little odd jobs as we feel like it. We can do all that at anchor for $0. So we're going through that lock, and we'll run home with our tail between our legs if we have to.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to try and get out of here. There's no point burning $45 a night for nothing.
Yeah.
So. Officially the farthest we've ever gone in this boat.
We just went past the survey line, so we were with the survey. Oh my gosh, this new Uncharted territory for us. I think a bottle of champagne tonight is...
I think you're right. Let's make it to our anchorage first.
Yes.
And then I'm majestic. So we've just had the first of our, what I hope will be the last, runner grounds, and it was a hell of a bump.
And Jara was driving, obviously. Had to be me.
We were in 6.5 feet of water, so it can't have been bottoming out.
It went from 6.9 straight to 7.1, so it was something in the water.
I think it was a log or a tree stump. Or...
Oh, I'm a bit scared.
I'm going to go and just have a look under some panels and things and just check the sea cops. The engine seems to be running fine. We're not still spitting water. We still have thrust. It's a hell of a bang though. That was a bit more than mud.
Yeah, that was more than... We're just at the lock and we're waiting for somebody else to go through first. And so we're just trying to wait around this little pond area. And this is where we need to go through. So you might be able to see the first boat in there. And we can't go because it's red. So just hanging around, just toing and froing in the boat in this little circular pond area. We attempted to go through the lock, however got stuck in the mud midway. So we retreated back into the canals for the night and waited to try again at high tide the following morning. So this is our first night at anchor. And I already said to Adam that I'm probably going to be, like when we started anchoring and put the anchor down, I already said to him I'm probably going to be so petrified that we're slipping on the anchor and that we're drifting that I probably won't be able to sleep downstairs. I would be wondering what all these noises are and if that was us moving in the bushes or something like that. So I already said to him I'm probably going to end up sleeping on deck. So we've set up a full little sleep on deck camp out kit, and it's complete with a mozzie net, our sleeping bags, pillows, and yeah, so we're probably going to sleep out here and hopefully wake up when the sun comes up, ready to head off at the lock at about 8 AM and try and get out of this place. I know that you really probably don't feel like filming.
No.
But, so we just tried the lock again at high tide in the morning, and again the depths sounder was coming up at about 4.5 foot, which when we have a 6 foot draft there is no way we're managing to get through that lock. So anyway, Adam had to back it back into the lock, so reversed it back into the lock, and then we've just carried on back into this canal again. We actually don't know how to get out. And there's another high tide at like 9 PM tonight, which we can try, but if at high tide it's at 4.5 foot, I don't know how the hell we're going to get out of this place.
Do you have something you'd like to say? I'm like an empty bag at the moment, that's how I feel. I'm tired, I'm frustrated, and I feel trapped in this lock because I'm still not convinced the boat wasn't just built here.
Yeah. I feel like we're going into an exam. And I'm just really nervous.
So in case we haven't explained this previously, we've got a 6 foot draft and we've got to go through a lock to get out of the canal where the working yard that we bought the boat is. First time we ran aground just in mud, but it's a pretty tight spot to maneuver in, and it's a very difficult place to get out of if you run aground. So it was a stressful afternoon. Granted, we foolishly didn't check the tide swings and we went through at quite a low tide. So this morning we went through what we thought was the first high tide of the day. Didn't really seem any different, to be honest. So we've decided to wait for last light, which is not great, for the highest tide of the day, which should give us 1.5 feet over the average, which is not on any charts.
We think the average is about 4.5 foot.
Yeah, so not quite enough to get through, but hopefully we can. Hopefully the average is higher than we think.
Yeah.
And we can scrape through. I'm stretched. 5'8". We're definitely dragging in mud.
It was just down to 5'3" before.
6 feet. So there's some kind of obstruction in the background that can go around it.
I think it might be the shoal.
Whoa, that's probably good. 5'5", still good.
Should we zoom in a bit? See what the obstruction is? 5'8".
7, 6. Love the shit out of it. 6'6", 6'7", 6'8".
Oh my god! Woo! Oh my god, we finally made it out!
Wow, 10 meters never looked so good.
Oh my god!
We did it! We escaped. We got out of the lock. I genuinely believed that we were never going to get out of there, but we got out at highest of high tides just before last light with almost no chance of getting back in if we got stuck. And now we are at anchor, pretty much in the middle of Charlotte Harbour. But God, it feels good to be free. And we finally have a reason
Yay!
to break out the champers.
Oh, finally! Now we can actually celebrate the fact we have a boat that we can use now.
We can go places.
Yes!
And see things.
Yes!
I've got to turn that light back on. It's gone to blackout. There you go. Good job.
Pop some champagne!
Don't launch your cork into the ocean.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
As much as I'd like to. Maybe just shoot it at the roof.
It's really hard to open.
Yeah!